This video will be on integration by parts, and for our integration by parts formula we have the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. The example we're going to consider is x squared times the sine of 3x dx. So this is an integral that we don't have an explicit antiderivative for. So first we are going to pick our u and our dv. So we're going to let our u be equal to x squared, and we're going to let our dv be equal to the sine of 3x. Then differentiating on this side we get du, and then we get a 2x dx. Then integrating, our v is going to be equal to negative 1/3 times the cosine of 3x. So then we're going to plug this into our formula. So we're going to first do our u times v. So our u was x squared, and our v is negative 1/3, so we're just going to write that out in front here. Negative 1/3 cosine of 3x. So there we have our uv. Now we're going to subtract the integral of v. Now our v is negative right there, so that's going to become a positive. So we're going to have the positive integral 1/3 cosine of 3x, and our du was 2x dx. So then we can write this a little bit simpler. So we'll bring this negative x squared over 3 cosine of 3x. That comes down. Then we have a 1/3 and we have a 2. So that's going to be 2/3. We'll bring that right out of the integral because it's a constant. Then we'll have the integral of x times the cosine of 3x dx. Now, this is an integral that we don't really have an explicit antiderivative for. It does look a little bit simpler than the one we started with, so we're going to use integration by parts again. This time, however, I'm going to change the variables, and we're going to do z dw is equal to zw minus the integral of w dz. That's just so we don't get confused using u and v again. So we're going to pick our z, and we're going to let that be equal to x, and then our dw will be our cosine of 3x dx. So now we can differentiate and get that our dz is equal to dx, and integrate, so our w is going to be 1/3 times the sine of 3x. And now we can plug that into the formula, but keep in mind we still have the part that we integrated originally, so we still have this negative x squared over 3 times the cosine of 3x, and then plus 2/3 times that whole big integral. So now we have our integration by parts formula. So our zw is going to be x over 3 sine of 3x. That's because our z was equal to x and our w is 1/3 times the sine of 3x. Then we are going to subtract the integral of w dz. Now w is 1/3 times the sine of 3x, so we can bring the 1/3 out. Then we have the integral sine of 3x, and our dz is just dx. So there we go. Now this integral of the sine of 3x dx, we know how to integrate that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So bringing just that part down, we are going to get the integral of sine of 3x is a negative 1/3 times the cosine of 3x. And now we're going to rewrite this all out in a nicer form. So we have this negative x squared over 3, then a cosine of 3x. Then this 2/3 here is going to get distributed to each term. So we have plus a 2x over 9 times the sine of 3x. Then we have a 1/3, negative 1/3, negative 1/3, and a 2/3. So that in total is going to be a positive 2 over 27 cosine of 3x. And then we're all done integrating, so we have a constant there. And then we have two terms with a cosine of 3x, so we can just pull those out. So cosine of 3x, this term has a negative x squared over 3. This term has a 2 over 27, so I can write that as 2 over 27 minus x squared over 3. And then we still have this 2x over 9 times the sine of 3x plus our constant. And since we are all done integrating and simplifying, that is our final answer.